I would like to share a verse that comes out of Psalm 111, one of the Old Testament scriptures. It's a simple verse and it goes like this. Great are the works of the Lord, studied by those who delight in them. It has been our delight these past few months to study the great works of the Lord as demonstrated through congregations, faithful men and women who ministered to and advocated for the detainees of this island. My grandmother Wong was one of these detainees. Like many of her brothers and sisters, she was fleeing difficult circumstances in China. And she was the wife of a merchant. She actually didn't need a cheat sheet. But what she did need was proof by a white person that she was legitimate and that her husband really was, in fact, a merchant in Chinatown in San Francisco. But she also had another major problem, and that is that she caught trachoma, which is a serious eye disease. And if we were to use the parlance of today, trachoma was a deportable offense during that time period. And she probably would have been deported very quickly if it weren't for the hard work of a group of congregation members, particularly a Presbyterian minister by the name of Donaldina Cameron. It was Miss Donaldina and her cohorts in the Presbyterian mission that wrote letters back and forth between the church and the immigration authorities to advocate for my grandmother's release. And not only that, but they advocated for her health, sending money so that she can receive the hospital treatment necessary to treat the trachoma that she was suffering from in the barracks behind you. It took nearly 6 months, and she was ready to take her own life, fearful of what she would face if she were to be returned back to China. And so it is stories like this that really overwhelm me with the grace and love of God through the work of His people in places like the Presbyterian Mission in Chinatown.